Hello again, YouTube viewers. It's Ball104 again. Now I'm just here to ask you about the success and downfall of Nickelodeon. All right, just like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, our our favorite children's television programming channel has gone completely downhill since 2004. They replace they replace so many they replace our good classic live action and animated shows like All That, Keenan and Kel, Cousin Skeeter, 100 Thieves of Eddie McDowd, Roundhouse, and what else? And they also replaced Nicktoons, those good old classic Nicktoon shows like Rugrats, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Our Real Monsters, Kablam, Oh Yeah Cartoons, The Angry Beavers, Cat Dog, and of course Hey Arnold. Back when I first back when I first back when I first saw Nickelodeon in 1991. I'm not sure what month I first saw Nickelodeon, but that was back in 1991. Anyway, when I first saw Nickelodeon in 1991, wow, it was like a real kids channel. Excuse me. Yep, it was like a real kids channel for us kids. Back in my day, they have so many great shows like Rugrats, Doug, Ren and Stimpy. They also show some of the some of the cartoons that was not made by Nickelodeon, like for instance, Looney Tunes, Inspector Gadget, and Heathcliff, and some of the other rest. Also, also they have also provided Nick Jr. Yep, Nick Jr. The educational block programming for younger kids though. I mean for preschool kids. Cause when I first watched Nick Jr., I remember it was also watching Nick Jr. was also great. Cause I remember those good old classic Nick Jr. shows like Maya the Bee, David the Gnome, Eureka's Castle, The Adventures of Little Koala, The Nuzos, The Mysterious Cities of Gold, and of course the Little Bits. I basically remember watching some of the some of the shows on Nick Jr. just before a taxi cab picks me up for preschool. Sometimes I stay home and just watch it. Anyway, 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 I'm anyway that we listen now. Anyway, remember the live action series called All That? That was the greatest live action sketch comedy series that I've ever seen. It was so great. Yep, it was so great. They have so many cast stars like Lloyd Bab Denberg, Josh Server, Kel Mitchell, Keena Thompson, and that's that's not all. In 1997, they first programmed the series called Kablam. You remember that, don't you? Kablam. Yep, Kablam is a animated comic book series featuring live animation, live action, and of course claymation shorts. And of course in 1998, this is where all begins. Nickelodeon's Oh Yeah Cartoons. That's right, Oh Yeah Cartoons was introduced in September of 1998. That is where the Fairly Odd Parents were born. Yep, Fairly Odd Parents were born, Chalk Zone, and My Life as a Teenage Robot. Yep, it started in 1998 and was canceled in 2001. However, Nickelodeon was able to pick up the franchise. and provide it in its own series. That includes Chalk Zone and My Life as a Teenage Robot. Alright, all of a sudden, years later, Nickelodeon had began its downfall. Yep, it had began its downfall by replacing our good old classic shows with a lot of crappy shows like for instance Drake and Josh, Zoe 101 and Unfabulous. What else? iCarly, you know, and some other live actions and some other, well, you know. Anyway, and also some of the Nicktoons that aired on Nickelodeon wasn't able to be successful. Like for instance, the X's. Well, the X's was started in November of 2005 and was canceled and was later canceled around 2006. The last episode of the X's was supposed to air this year on January the 1st of 2008, but they didn't because the announcement was made that they'll have to end the X's altogether. So as of right now, the X's that used to air on Nickelodeon is no longer on the channel, especially on Nicktoons Network. Well, it was on Nicktoons Network for a while, but it's been taken off. They also took it off Nickelodeon's website. And of course, and let's not forget Cat Scratch. Well, Cat Scratch has also been taken off the air too, you know, because of well, you know, but you know. But anyway, there's also one thing that kind of irritates me. It's the popularity of SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, I mean, I first watched SpongeBob SquarePants since around 19 November or December of 1999. He was pretty cool, you know. But it's just that his popularity began to rise up though, and a lot of merchandise has been made, including a video game. I mean, come on, SpongeBob SquarePants. He is cool, you know, but it's just that his popularity is just way overboard. Seriously, his popularity had just begun to go way overboard. And I mean, why can't Nickelodeon just stop the production? I mean, what in the devil they gonna do? Just keep going onto the production until the end of time? I seriously doubt that. But anywho, anywho, what else? A lot of crap. There are a lot of craps that's beginning to irritate me. You know. You know, like for instance, Zoe 101. I know Jamie Lynn Spears is, you know, what should I say? Pregnant. Yep, she's pregnant right after releasing a time bomb since December of 2007 about her pregnancy. Oh boy, come on. Why in the world Jamie Lynn Spears wanna you know well, I don't even want to get to that. But anyway, listen, folks. I love to explain some. Have a lot of explaining. Have a lot of things to explain, but I'm afraid I'll tell you the rest of my next video. So stay tuned for part 2 of my video.